the meeting, which is our housekeeping rules. Please have a look. I will share sound, optimize clip, and then play it for you. Okay, don't deny that that music is so catchy. Sometimes I hear it in my dreams. Anyway, thank you so much. So that was the housekeeping rules. And then I would like to call the president to open the meeting. President Ben Whitaker.
Whoa, I'm back. Awesome. It's been a meeting off last meeting, and we had a couple weeks. But we're back. Today we're celebrating gratitude. All right. So the good thing is we have a lot of guests here. It's fantastic. And we're gonna have our guests and some of our guest role takers introduce themselves because we want to know who you are and where you come from. All right, Veronica, you've been here before. Share with us one more time.
Yeah, I joined for the first time Toastmaster meeting during COVID because Natalie invited me, and then she invited me back. So of course I would love to join. And I'm from Manado, by the way, and Natalie and we share the same house when we were in Australia, Brisbane. So yeah, that's all.
All right, awesome. All right, and we have a visiting Toastmasters, Solomon Makpoon. Where are you from, sir?
Thank you, Mr. President. Hi, everyone. My name is Salman, and I'm from Pakistan. I'm a Toastmaster in one of the Toastmasters based in Pakistan.
All right, how did you hear from us? That is a good question.
It's really a good question. So this is the second time I'm attending this meeting. I found you about your Toastmasters at Toastmasters International website.
Did you go to like the Find Club and then Indonesia, or
exactly?
Just... All right,
that's the way I found you. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, again, welcome back, and glad you are here. Hopefully, you can do some table topics and share some of that later. All right, and we're gonna talk a little bit to our role takers that we have guests. Febriani, which club are you from?
Hi, so I'm from Eagle Toastmaster Club. It is based on Surabaya, and I know this meeting from the Division G WhatsApp group, and I because there is a vacant role in counter. It broadcasted by Toastmaster Natalie, and I am interested to join.
Well, thank you. Thank you for taking a role and coming. And we have our two lovebirds, Sharm and Jai. Can you guys share where you guys are located at?
Well, we are located at Bengaluru in South India. However, we are members of two Toastmasters clubs, Mr. President, that is District 51 Royal Premier Toastmasters, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. And in your district, I'm a member of Trainers and Coaches Advanced Online. I was invited, actually, I got to know about this meeting through a good friend of mine for a few years now. Natalie, how are you, ma'am?
I'm doing good, Jai. Lovely to see you. Welcome to the club.
Likewise, thank you for having us. Back to you, Mr. President.
All right, and our surprise guest speaker, she really doesn't need an introduction, so I'll just let her tell us where she's from if you have not met her before.
Thank you very much. I'm Alicia and I'm from Sydney, Australia, and I do have a lot of gratitude. Today, some random stranger picked me up from the side of the road and drove me all the way to a destination 20-30 minutes from my place out of the kindness of her heart. It was the most random and weirdest thing ever, but I was like, yeah, sure. If you want to take me and drive me, I am happy for you to do that.
Awesome. That is a cool sign of gratitude. And again, talking about the theme, I mean, I'll let the Tom talk more about it, but having gratitude is going to be, again, the main theme of this whole thing. And again, with Bhinneka, our motto is pretty simple, right? With gratitude, appreciate our club members, build each other up, and celebrate our successes. Just like that, I'm going to hand this meeting over to our Toastmaster of the evening, Pivot.
Yes, thank you for giving the opportunity back to me as the Toastmasters of the meeting. I missed the last two meetings of Bhinneka, and suddenly I miss it basically. Yeah, and then it's nice to be back here, and I'm grateful to to have another opportunity to be the Tom in this Bhinneka meeting. And today's topic is about gratitude. To be exact, it's called Gratitude Gala. Although it's called Gala, none of us wear dresses. But it's okay. We don't need to see Ben in dresses anywhere, right? So, okay, gratitude, something that is very important. A lot of people said that it's one of the requirements of someone to be happy is actually gratitude. Because no matter how many blessings we get, if we're not grateful for it, then it doesn't feel like a blessing, right? And then I just Googled why gratitude is so important, and then it says it can sweeten even the most simple moment. One simple moment can be sweetened with just by gratitude. And if you are friends with me on Instagram, you probably have seen me writing something about if you have a problem, if you got a problem, it's a good news. That means you're still alive. That's also a form of gratitude for me. One of the what is it called? One of the eternal ingredient of life is actually problem, right? So that's a true sign that we're still alive. Okay, so that is a short introduction from me about gratitude. And then to run this meeting, I will be helped by several role takers. But the main one will be our GE, Sharm Siva, and then he will introduce his team who will also help him. Please take it away, Sharm Siva.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Yes, I'm a general evaluator, and I shall be just looking at the whole meeting and seeing what worked, what's going to work, and what may not have worked. It's easy peasy kind of a job. And I believe my team members are okay. Just looking at the agenda. Counter, Fabriani, can you tell us a little bit about your role?
Yes. So as the counter, my purpose is to note words and sounds that I use as a crutch and also fillers by anyone who speaks in this meeting. And during the meeting, I will also listen for overused words like and, well, so, you know, and also the repeating words I, or this means, And at the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times that each speaker used these expressions. So that's all about my roles. Thank you.
Thank you, Fabriani. That's a good little short and succinct narration of your role. I would like to invite our grammarian Yusuf Chandra, distinguished Toastmaster. Is he here? I just saw him yesterday
So
online.
Yusuf hasn't arrived yet because he still needed to finish a little bit of his work. So I'm just
Okay.
going to use what grammarian does and note down some improvement until he arrives, and then I'll pass it over to him. Is that okay?
Sure, sure. Yeah, sure, of course.
All right. On
Next,
behalf of
yeah.
Yusuf, I will introduce the grammarian role. So grammarian is basically a person who evaluates the grammar, but most importantly, we do not need to feel bad or feel judged when the grammarian deliver his report later, because the key of grammarian is for us to learn and improve our speaking skills and also our language skills. So as a grammarian, Yusuf will listen and note down the great usage of languages as well as some improvement that can be made. I also would like to introduce the word of the day, which is gracious. Gracious is an adjective and it means courteous, kind, and pleasant. An example in sentence is, the British painter specialized in gracious Victorian interiors, or he is smiling graciously. So for that, I'll pass it over to you, Charm.
Thank you, Natalie, for stepping in and graciously stepping in to take over Yusuf's role. Yes, and one of the most important persons in any Toastmaster meeting, the timer. Nancy, could you tell us a bit about your role?
Thank you, General Evaluator, fellow Toastmaster, and guests. My name is Nancy, and I will be serving as the timer for tonight. As the timer, I am responsible for monitoring the time for each session of the meeting for each speaker. I will change my virtual background color based on how long the speaker has been talking. Today we are having 3 sessions. The first one is the prepared speech. I will show the green background color when the speaker has reached 5 minutes, yellow at 6 minutes, and red at 7 minutes. And speaker will be having extra 30 seconds to wrap up the speech. And when the time is up, I'll do like this. I learned this from Toastmaster Ben. Okay, and for table topic, the time is 2 minutes. I will show my green background at 1, yellow at 1.5, and red as the maximum time, it is 2 minutes. And last but not least, it is the evaluation section. The maximum time is 3 minutes. I will change my background color, green at 2 minutes, yellow at 2.5, and red at 3 minutes. That is all about my job as a timer. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Nancy. You have a very sweet and very sweet voice. It's one of your strengths. So good, nice hearing you. If I couldn't sleep, I would like to hear your voice, saying something sweet.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. So thank you, Nancy. And that's all for the people who are going to help me today. And I'll be giving my report towards the end of this meeting. Thank you. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you so much for introducing the evaluation team. And then right now, we are about to go into one of our first sessions. The first session, which is our prepared session. And then Rendra, I send you a message in the chat box. Can you please check before we start? So today we have 2 prepared speakers. The first one is Intan and second one is Alicia. And then, okay, so I see here that Rendra has not got the evaluation form. Intan, do you think you can send it to him? Right? But while waiting for Intan sending the evaluation form, I would like to read it from the agenda that the project is level 4, project 2 from the presentation mastery path, building a social media presence. The title of the speech is Building and Branding Your Social Media Exposure. Building and Branding Your Social Media Exposure. Time is 5 to 7 minutes and will be evaluated by Marendra Dika. Is the form ready? Rendra, you got the form? What?
Can I send it later? Or
Oh, okay. We have warm-up session. Oh, yeah. Right now? Oh, okay. While waiting for Intan, sending the evaluation form, I forgot that we do have warm-up session, which I completely missed. Okay, and then the warm-up session will be led by Ben. Let's go, Ben.
Okay, awesome. This is why we have a cool chat. Just yell at somebody with our words, and then hopefully they'll see it. Anyways, all right. So here at Bhinneka, we're trying to add a different element before our traditional sessions, the speaking session, and our evaluation and table topics. So it's kind of silly and it's kind of fun. And in the future, the idea is we want to be able to branch out to have like stand-up comedy. If you know magic, right? You could be a magician and you could do like magic tricks, something that kind of change the format of our meeting. And one of the things that I've introduced when I did drama class was lyric monologue. Right. So what is lyric monologue? It's where you are tasked to get a song, and usually you want to take a silly song, and instead of sing it, you don't want to hear me sing, you speak it as a speech. Right. So you try to present the song as a speech without any kind of lyrical note. Right. Because again, a lot of catchy songs, we're going to try to sing it, but you're not supposed to do that. Present it as a speech. So for me, let me do my song. And I want to see if any of you have heard of this before. If you have, just type it in the chat while I give this little lyric monologue speech. All right. Greetings, loved ones. Let's take a journey. I know a place where the grass is really greener. Warm, wet, and wild. There must be something in the water. Sipping gin and juice, laying underneath the palm trees. The boys break their necks trying to creep a little sneak peek. You could have traveled the world, but nothing comes close to the Golden Coast. Once you party with us, you'll be falling in love. California girls were unforgettable. Daisy Dukes, bikinis on top. Sun-kissed skin, so hot, will melt your popsicle. California girls were undeniable. Fine, fresh, fierce. We got it on lock. West Coast representing. Now put your hands up. Sex on the beach. We don't mind sand in our silhouettes. We freak in my Jeep. Snoop Doggy Dog on the stereo. You could have traveled the world, but nothing comes close to the Golden Coast. Once you party with us, you'll be falling in love. California girls were unforgettable. Daisy Dukes, bikini on top, sun-kissed skin, so hot, will melt your popsicle. California girls were undeniable. Fine, fresh, fierce, we got it on lock. West Coast representing, now put your hands up. Toned, tanned, fit, and ready. Turned it up because I'm getting heavy. Wild, wild West Coast, these are the girls I love the most. I mean the ones, like she's the one. Kiss her, touch her, squeeze her buns. The girl's a freak, she drives a Jeep. And I live on the beach. I'm okay, I won't play. I love the Bay. Just like I love LA. Venice Beach and Palm Springs. Summertime is everything. Homeboys, hanging out, bikinis, zucchinis, martinis, no weenies. Just a king and a queenie. Katie, my lady. And looky here, baby. I'm all up on you because you representing California. California girls were unforgettable. Daisy Dukes, bikinis on top, sun-kissed skin so hot, will melt your popsicle. California girls are undeniable, fine, fresh, fierce. We got it on lock. We got it on lock. West Coast represents. Put your hands up. California girls, man. There it is. What song is that?
California girl.
Yeah, Katy
banned.
Perry. There it is.
That
What
song is banned in Indonesia for many years. So it's
Is it
not that
really?
popular. Yeah.
It
The
got
video
banned?
clip was so suggestive, it was banned here for years.
Ah, well, I just brought it back. Throw me in jail, I suppose. That's pretty cool. All right. So again, it's meant to be silly and have fun, change up the mood. Now, back to you, Tom. We'll get the speeches going.
Thank you. Yes. Ben is from California, so it was very biased opinion of him, of this California girls, but whatever. All right, so I think the prepared speech session is ready. Yeah, Intan gave the, Rendra got the evaluation form from Intan, and I have mentioned all of the details about Intan's speech earlier, even though the session had not started that time. But please welcome Rendra to read the objectives of Intan's speech project.
Yay! Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters, Bhinneka online Toastmasters, the handsomes and the beautifuls, good evening. Now, and I would like to evaluate our beloved Toastmaster Intan Rawit Sapanti. Well, apparently, she will be delivering L4P2, yeah, L4P2 of building social media presence. Well, it is like the same thing that I love the most. So in this topic, we are with the same frequency in Rawit. Now, time will be given for intern speed will be 5 to 7 minutes timers. Please take a note for this timer allocated. The purpose of her project will be first, Intan will apply her understanding of social media and to enhance and establish our new social media presence. And second, she will share some aspect of her experience establishing or enhancing a social media presence. So, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters, handsome and beautifuls, please let us welcome Intan Rawit Sapanti with her title of speech, Building and Branding Your Social Media Exposure. Building and branding your social media exposure. Intan Rawit Sapanti, 5 to 7 minutes.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rendra, and also Madam Toastmaster. Imagine you're strolling through your social media feed and then suddenly you stop. It's not something catches your eyes. It's not another post. It's a voice, it's a story, and a brand that speak to you. Imagine you are being that magnetic force that make others stop scrolling. Today, I'll show you how. Distinguished Toastmaster members and also our members and also our guests. Today, we're living in two worlds, the real one and the digital one, which is connected each other. How we represent ourselves in social media will influence others to perceive us in our real lives. Sometimes we will be evaluated from our social media when we apply for a job or when we apply for a scholarship. It is believed that our social media show our personality and also show our quality. On the other hand, social media plays an important role to promote a brand or also our service. Fellow Toastmaster, ladies and gentlemen, well, I will show you my condition in private university in Indonesia. We are having a difficult situation. So over the past 2 years, the number of students getting decrease in a very significant numbers. So the university take an actions that all of the teachers, all of the staffs have to do something. And the thing is, they ordered us to create a branding and also building our social media in order to catch the people's eyes, and they will get interested in our university and apply it as students. That is the easiest and the hardest thing to do. Although as a regular user of social media, it's easy for us just to post something on our daily activities, our pictures, and maybe some things that we liked. But when we want to build and brand with a purpose, we have to make a strategy. So how to do that? And because I have no clue, I find my friends who already become a viral, which is the, how to say, the top priority of today's people. I reached him and I asked him the tips, how to do the things as a content creator. So here's the thing. The first one is be authentic, be yourself. This is the first rule in building social media branding. To stand out, you must be authentic. You must be genuinely yourself. So your true personality, and don't try to copy other people's style. Just be yourself. We can see from Jerome Pauline, and we know his passion about mathematics, and we know Ken Halilintar family, which has gigantic number of family and very unique abound. Second one, we have to tell a story and create engagement. And this is the most difficult things to do. We don't just post a regular video, but we have to make a story. Some things that can hook, that can catch the audience attention. And then it is something that relatable and will make them to comment or respond something. This is the heart of the video, the content itself. And we have to be unique. Like the content should be unique, should be funny and relatable and also entertaining. We can see like Alexander Tian, which is known as Embracing, that tell his storytelling from daily life and also from his travel story, and also Trinity for the travel story. And the third one, we have to ride the wave. We have to do research. What is the trend of today's, the sounds, the back sound, and also the style, and we have to put the creativity to recreate the trend. That was the theory, ladies and gentlemen. It's quite easy. It sounds easy, right? It sounds applicable, but it is fun. It is hard. It is hard for me. So based on my friend's suggestion, I create several accounts in TikTok because he told me that TikTok has the fastest and the easiest to reach millions of viewers rather than other social media accounts. So here we go. I make several accounts in TikTok. The first one is, of course, from my study program is Indonesian literature, and it shows the viewers about the activities, about the students, and the facility. And the second is the personal account about me being a lecturers and show my daily activities with the students, classroom, and also our like daily chit chat. But that is the thing is I create and I manage the something which is educating and something quite serious. But in the result, I only have 2 content which reach 1 million views. That is actually something silly, something not, how to say, educating. It's me asking jokes, telling the jokes for my students, something like what does Sushi A tells to Sushi B, and Indonesian jokes like that. So all the people like the story, and wow. So I just make a conclusion that to create, how to say, reach million of views. It doesn't have to be serious content, but it is entertaining, or sometimes just silly question, jokes, entertaining, something like that. So, ladies and gentlemen, to what extent do you agree the importance of building and branding ourselves in social media? Although I believe that this is not the only aspect that is important. We have to improve our quality also of our brand and service. And last but not least, in this digital age, our personal brand is our first handshake. So your first impression, your first chance to make an impact. Thank you. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Yes, thank you so much. Just a lot of tips. And I know I follow Intan everywhere on her platform, and a lot of them are actually either food or like sports and things like that. Sorry. And K drama. Anyway, okay. So it's good tips for us. So if everyone wants to have a good engagement in the social media, I suggest to apply Intan's tips just now, yeah, and follow her suggestion. Right. So thank you so much for the speech, and then we are ready to go with the next speaker, Alicia Curtis, with Presentation Mastery Path Level 3, Connect with Audience. The speech title is From Zero to Hero for 5 to 7 minutes, and it will be evaluated, but she will be evaluated by Natalie. Natalie, can you please read the objectives?
Yes, thank you. Toastmaster of the meeting, BTM Pipit. The purpose of this project for Alicia to practice the skills needed to connect with an unfamiliar audience. So the member completing this project is practicing the skills needed to connect with an unfamiliar audience. And to do this, the member presents a topic that is new or unfamiliar to your club members. So I'm looking forward to hear from Alicia. Back to you, Pit.
Everyone, please welcome Alicia Curtis with From Zero to Hero.
Thank you very much for that, Pippa. Do you remember where you were 12 months ago? Does anyone remember exactly where they were? Some people do, some people don't. Well, let me take you back 12 months ago. I was sitting up in Newcastle, which is 3 hours north of Sydney. I had moved there after a very intense and difficult year. Last year, I lost the roof over my head, and I had to move north, south, east, and west. And last year, I was sitting there in Newcastle with no goals, no attitude, and no meaning to life. Now, fast forward 12 months later, I have actually achieved a lot in my life. I also had lost my ability to drive and also the ability to work as well. And that happened 2.5 years ago when I first got diagnosed with my autoimmune disorder. Now, let me take you back 12 months ago when I was sitting in Newcastle, looking out into the ocean on the harbour and thinking, what could I honestly do with my life? I have no purpose. I have nothing to my name. I've lost all the money because of my illness. What can I do? It wasn't until my dad had his heart attack in December that I realized that life needed to change. It has been a very difficult last 2.5 years, but I have to say this year has definitely been the year that things have actually gone from down here, from zero, back to being a hero. You see, I used to work as an insurance broker in a very interesting job, as you can tell, and I used to drive a very interesting car. It was a Toyota Echo 2004 model, and I used to live in the most interesting town called Janelli. Let's just say my life was actually quite boring over 2.5 years ago. I decided that this year was going to be the year of me, that I was actually going to take something and be part of this world and not step back, be depressed. So what did I do and what have I achieved in the last 9 to 12 months of my life? First thing, I've gone back to university full-time to study a Bachelor of Business in Events Management. Now, originally I had decided I wanted to go to Swinburne University, but that particular course was quite boring. So I stepped back, reflected, and looked at university again. Then I tried Curtin University with a Bachelor of Arts and Korean Studies. 200 and 300 people in the class each week, with 10 to 15 people consistently interrupting, was definitely not for me. It wasn't until about 7-8 weeks ago when I had the opportunity to go to Torrens University here in Sydney and go on campus and get to meet people, especially through the Toastmasters Club, that I realized I had found my home. And that's when I signed up that particular day and became a student in the Bachelor of Business program. I'm now 8 weeks into that course, and I can happily say that I'm actually achieving quite highly. Over the last couple of weeks, I've submitted several assessments and I've achieved a high distinction and distinction in all of the particular assessments that I've delivered. So much for someone who was told back in 2001, just as I was graduating high school, I would never amount to anything, that I'd always be the failure and I would never get to university. Well, to them, well, here you are. I can proudly say I have achieved and I'm now at university. So up you, as we would say in Australian. Another one was, of course, networking. This is something I used to do prior to the pandemic, and I was very happy to go back and do this. See, prior to getting sick and prior to the pandemic, once a week, I would actually go out and be part of the socialite network here in Sydney, especially my industry, the financial services industry. I loved it. Free food, free alcohol, free drinks. What more could a person seriously want? And very good looking men as well for the ladies. But of course, COVID happened. Of course, I got sick. I had no point in going out. So that particular part of my career ended literally like a door closing and slamming behind you. But because I am studying events management and I have to be a socialite again, guess what? Eventbrite.com started to light up my screen. So over the last 3 weeks, I have been able to go to almost 6 events. And the best part? Free alcohol, free food, and connections. Yes, last week I went to the Global Climate Summit at the University of New South Wales. And I'm just going to be really blunt and a bit prude here. I don't give a shit about global warming. But the food was great and the alcohol was even better. Definitely a big win. Tomorrow I'm going to the University of Sydney for a baby conference. I have no interest in babies and all that. I just want to go for the alcohol and the food. Hint and tip, eventbrite.com. Just look it up, Bali or somewhere in Indonesia or somewhere in India. You can get in these things for free. If you need help, just give me a call and I'll help you get into these events. The last one, of course, is starting up my own business. Who here has always hesitated in following their dreams and actually putting themselves out there? You know, you had that opportunity and you could do something with your life. Yep, I think a few of us are a bit shy to put our hands up. I've always wanted to be a presentation skills and public speaking coach, especially over the last 5 to 6 years in Toastmasters. And I've realized I've got to stop putting my hand down and I've got to start putting my hand up. Part of the networking session has been really good. So 2 weeks ago, I had the opportunity to go to the small business and nonprofit organization networking thing. As a result, I won almost $1,000 in vouchers at one of these events. And I now have business coaching for almost 36 hours as a result of that win of going to the networking event. I've decided that I'm going to start my business just after Christmas. So after December the 25th, though I think I might postpone it until January the 1st. How many of you are really denying yourself this opportunity? Why not actually put yourself out there? I had to do it with university and going back to networking, but now I'm looking at the sky being the limit and putting my hand up and saying, you know what? Have belief in yourself and have currency that you know it can happen. So yes, A lot has happened. I've gone from 0 to hero, or hero to 0 in the space of 2.5 years, whichever way you reflect on it. But over the last few weeks, I've had the opportunity to go back to university and score really highly. I've had the opportunity to network, even in ideas and strange place and philosophy in climate change, which I don't give a shit about. And of course, I've been able to go and have the opportunity to start my business. What's holding you back? What are you going to do with your life? Are you going to be another person who says no, or are you going to say yes? Don't be 0, be a hero. Back to you.
Thank you so much. Well, there are things we learn. There are positive and negative just now. But I'm really happy that Alicia was able to pick herself up from her situation and then turning the table around from 0 to hero. And actually, when you look at Alicia, you don't feel like, oh, does she have a problem at all? Because she's always like a happy, bubbly personality, you get what I mean? But then behind all of those smiles, she also went through a lot of things, right, Alicia? So I'm happy that you found your way back to life full of purposes right now. Yeah. Now, that ends the prepared speech session, and then I would like to invite our timer to report on the time spent by the speakers.
Thank you, Tom. So for the timer's report, the first speaker spoke for 7 minutes and 24. First speaker, Toastmaster Intan, is eligible. And the second speaker, Toastmaster Alicia, spoke for 7 minutes 43 seconds. So she's not eligible to be voted. Back to you.
Okay. This mini failure in time, I hope will not make you back to the 0, yeah? You are still a hero. Okay. Thank you, Tamer Nancy. Now let's go to our next session. Let me open the agenda one more time. Okay, so the next session, let's photo first, yeah, before our table topic session. Everyone, please turn on your cam. I think everyone is turning cam. Rendra, do you want to help take photos?
Sure, I'll do it. Ladies and gentlemen, please ensure that you have a grateful face to represent our theme of today. I'll be counted in 3 and 2 and 1. Okay, hold on a moment. I need to paste it somewhere. Wait. Yeah, I did paste it here and
One more, being grateful.
yeah, sure. I would like to have another pose of you, your grateful version B. 3, 2, 1. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Thank you, Rendra, for taking the photo for us. And then now we are ready to go to the table topic session. The table topic session will be led by Nancy. Oh, wait, Benjamin. Ben. Okay. So we have until 7. Wait, is it in Central Valley time? I don't get it. We have until. Okay, I'll figure it out later. All right, so we have Ben as the table topic master. Go ahead, Ben.
All right, just message me how much time we have. I have about 8 questions. There's 12 of us in the room total. Plus, we have some speakers that are, role takers that won't go. Right, so we'll see. All right. Again, it's all about gratitude and giving gratitude, having gratitude given to you, something positive, hopefully. And first, I'm going to just look around the room and just pick somebody. Jai, do you want to do a table topic?
Well, if you put a gun to my head, yes.
Okay. Don't blink. There might be a gun, there might not be. Who knows? All right. So I have a question, and I'll type it for the people in the room, but I'll read it to you, of course. So your question, Jai, is: have you ever experienced a time when something didn't go as planned, yet led to a surprisingly positive outcome? How did gratitude shape your perspective on that experience?
Well, Oprah Winfrey once said that if you are grateful for what we have in our lives, you attract more abundance into your life. However, if you focus on lack, you attract more lack into your life, end quote. In my mid-30s, when I was living and working in Japan, I was a qualified architect with a master's degree in graphic design and visual communication from a university in Japan. My passions at that time were drawing, painting, photography, and illustration. However, I was then diagnosed with an incurable eye condition that would lead me to becoming blind. Needless to say, I was devastated and with that classic denial of, why is this happening to me? Oh my goodness. And I had that kind of depression for several months until a Japanese friend graciously offered me some advice at a restaurant over dinner when he said, Jai-san, don't focus only on your eyesight. You are able to hear, smell, taste, touch, feel. Focus on all of that and do your best. We Japanese people are inspired by people who overcome challenges. Well, nearly 25 years later, ladies and gentlemen, I have now learned to accept my condition, and I'm grateful for my senses of hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, and feeling, which gives me a more wholesome, immersive experience of life, although I don't see. And I'm actually really grateful that my Japanese friend pointed that out to me. Yeah. Because when I focus on these skills and on these qualities, I feel that I become a better person than I would have been if I could have seen. That is how I have overcome what I thought I had to plan as an architect and a designer, which would not happen. And then I had to pivot to becoming a speaker, a trainer, and coach using all those senses to the best of my ability to actually experience life much better. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't focus on what you lack, focus on what you have. Back to you, Mr. Topic Master.
All right. There's also his sense of time is impeccable. Usually we'd have to say the colors out loud, but I forgot to mention it to our timer. Either way, right on red, Jai. Professional. And again, that's exactly what we need. Sometimes when we have something coming down on us, we need that really good friend, mentor, kind of slap you in the face and say, hey, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. And this is why. So awesome first speech right out the gates. All right, we're going to go with another one of our famous visiting Toastmasters. Yvonne, are you ready for your table topic? You got to unmute yourself.
Hi, thank you, Toastmaster Ben.
Yes.
Thank
All
you so
right. All right,
much.
I'll read it out to you. Gratitude and perspective in times of change. How has expressing gratitude helped you navigate major life changes such as moving, career shifts, or personal growth? Share how gratitude contributed to resilience during these times.
It's a very long sentence. Can you?
I'll summarize it.
Right? Sorry.
So,
yeah.
How has expressing gratitude helped you navigate any major life changes?
Yeah.
You are muted.
A couple weeks ago, I went to India to visiting His Holiness Dalai Lama, and in my group, I didn't know. Actually, a brother, a Dharma brother, he accompanied with us, and I The earlier I didn't know, but the middle way I find, oh, this brother, he disorder on his eyes. He couldn't see anything. And when I realized that, I feel so gracious and very grateful. And it's really inspire me. And on the way to His Holiness the Palace, and he shared a very short speech. He always very smiling and shows his gratitude. He could come here to visit His Holiness. And first he say, even he couldn't see anything. He couldn't see because his eyes blind, disorder, couldn't see anything. But he is so happy. He can have this very happy journey because a lot of the brother and sister accompany with him and try to help him if anything they can help him. So I think during this journey, I think this is the most valuable. I find the brother, he always say a lot of the laughter and make us feel so happy. And most I appreciate her. He's very enthusiastic and his heart also with the very open mind. I think that is a very valuable trip in my mind. So all in all, it's guide me. We have two grades right now and right here. What we have compared to this brother, I feel very grateful and gratitude to have this opportunity to learn from him. Thank you. Back to you, table topic master.
Thank you so much. Well done. And grab it right here, right now. And taking opportunities, you never know. You never know what could happen in the future. So you have a good opportunity for grab that possible future change. All right. I'm going to give it to our visiting Toastmaster from Pakistan. Salman, you want to go, sir? All right. So your question, expressing gratitude for people who shaped your core beliefs. Identify someone whose influence significantly shaped your values or outlook on life. How do you express gratitude for their impact, and how does their influence continue to affect you? You're muted as well. There you go.
Okay. Am I audible now? Thank you so much, Ben, for giving me such a wonderful question. As they say, you become what you think. A few years ago, I had a belief system about myself that I won't be able to speak in front of 10 to 20 people. That pushed me back. That false belief pushed me back for many years. Then, at some point of time, my friends came in my life. They supported me. They guided me how to overcome that challenge. And out of the blue, they suggested me to join one of the great platforms on this earth, which is known as Toastmasters Club. So by that point, with their support and with their gratitude, I eventually joined Toastmasters Club to change my belief system. And I found my friends, right-minded people, because they helped me during my adversities to overcome my challenges as part of my public speaking. So it's been 3 years as Toastmaster. So I'm enjoying my journey. So I feel comfortable speaking in front of people like you all. So as the club slogan is we learn by doing. So we learn by making mistakes as well. So it's a journey. It's not a destination. Thanks to my friends who helped me during my adversities. Back to you.
All right, fantastic. And that's really what it's all about. In having a core group of people that are honest, keep you accountable, and push you. Right? As a teacher, I've taught in the Cambridge system for the last 6 years, and I finally had a school that is more project based, and it's really trying to push these kids to make mistakes and face their fears, but and then pick their groups wisely. Everyone always flocks to their friends, but some of their friends aren't going to help them get forward. So you got to, as we grow up, we got to pick the people we surround ourselves really carefully, because they're going to see their perspective in us is going to be a lot greater than our own sometimes. And that's really great. So thank you for sharing that. Next, we are going to go to our guest, Veronica. Yay. Got her off guard. There it is. She's good. Like that enthusiasm. Okay. Your topic: balancing gratitude and aspiration, a paradox. How do you maintain a sense of gratitude for what you have while also striving for improvement or change? Explore a balance between contentment and ambition.
Wow, this is the hard one. Hang on. How do you maintain a sense of gratitude?
You want me to summarize it or reword it? I can do
Yeah.
that too.
Could you
All
please
right.
simplify the question, please?
Yeah, of course. All right. So the question simply is asking, how do you show or maintain a sense of gratitude what you have now, but also you want more, right? You got to be happy what you have, and you're grateful for what you have, but at the same time in life we want to get more. So what is the balance there, in your opinion?
Okay. So in this year, 2024, I feel like this is my year because I think, well, this is November. So starting January, I started to accomplish one by one my resolutions back in 2023. One of those is learning how to swim. You know, at this age, when the first time I told my friends that I want to learn how to swim, most of them, they tell me like, don't you think you're old enough to start how to swim? Because they said, if I want to join a swimming class, so I would join with the kids. And I said, well, I don't mind with that because it was one of my most ambitions since I was a kid. I spent my childhood in Bali, and my house near the Sanur beach. That's why I feel a little bit regret because I didn't have enough time to spend on the beach to start how to swim. And then at this age, when I had a problem, my right knee, I got injuries like 5 years ago, and I felt a little bit sad when I got this injury because the doctor told me that I need to not to move that much because of my injury, and that like stopped me to dream how to swim because there will be a lot of movement when you swim. But fortunately, when I start joining the swimming lessons, I don't feel hurt at all. And now I can swim breaststroke. So that's why I'm really happy that I can improve myself. Now I can swim. Oh, that's all. Thank you.
Whoa, good job. All right, fantastic. Again, swimming is one of the greatest exercises. It's super boring for me, but the idea, if you are injured or you're sore, swimming is like a non-contact sport where it just works out everything. That's a great thing, is no matter where we're at, we can always want more in a sense of learning more, right? Being content and staying where you're at, you're just gonna get bored and gonna be sad, right? We gotta keep learning, right? Keep learning and get better, so then we can share our knowledge with other people and our happiness with other people. All right, we have 4 more. And next, I want to go with Puck Yusuf. You ready? Grammarian, Mr. Grammarian? You ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right. Dope. All right. Awesome. Oops, there we go. The role of gratitude in overcoming regrets. Discuss how gratitude has helped you come to terms with past regrets. How does a grateful outlook transform your relationship with decisions or paths you might have chosen differently? So something that you made a mistake and you regret, how has your gratitude helped you overcome that?
How does gratitude help me come to terms with past regrets, right? When I was having my job training in Switzerland, all my friends said, Yusuf, don't go back to Indonesia. Go to America or go to Australia. You will be happier there. And I tried to apply the job in America and in Australia. Both countries accepted me, but I regret I didn't choose Australia. I chose America because I thought America was the biggest country in the world, where everybody wanted to go there. But in the end, ladies and gentlemen, I regret it. Why didn't I choose Australia? Because most of my friends who chose Australia, they got permanent residency in Australia. Well, I was only staying in America for 3 years, and I had to go back home. But I didn't regret it, actually. My decision to choose America gave me a great experience back home in Indonesia. I became a lecturer, and also because I refused Australia, I got another scholarship to go back to America. So, ladies and gentlemen, my gratitude of regretting I didn't choose Australia, but then I got the benefit of going back to America and be there for a couple of years. I did enjoy myself. And I believe that all my knowledge I got in America is a great experience I can give to my student. Back to you.
Ah, what a great, fantastic story. Not biased at all. Right. Well, that's it, right? And when we get an opportunity to go to any country, and I've been now in Indonesia for almost in 3 months, it'll be about 9 years. And the idea that anytime I get to go back home, people are so curious about Indonesia and being able to share my experiences. And they always ask the simple question, what are the people like? I'm like, they're people. Hard. It's actually a really hard question to answer. Like, what are the people like? It's like, I don't know. They're just kind of people that go to work, hang out with their family and friends, and cool. So it's great opportunity where we can get out of our situation and then we can go learn and bring in knowledge. And the hard part about, like, say the world is so small and social media kind of opens the world up, is that we always want what we don't have. And it's like, I want to go here, I want to go here, I want to go here. We forget to realize that we got an opportunity to do something that majority of people in the world will never do. So that's a great story, Pak Yusuf. Thank you for sharing. All right, let's see. Let's go with our GE. Sharm, do you want to give a speech?
I think I'm taking too much stage time, so I'd rather pass.
Okay. Fine.
Yeah.
It's a no. Simple, good no. All right. Rendra, you want to give one?
Okay,
Everyone else
give it
has
a
one.
try.
All right, give it a try. Everyone has roles now, so we're on the roles. Gratitude as a tool for reframing relationships. Think of a relationship that once felt challenging. Has gratitude helped you reframe or better understand that connection? Share how appreciation has evolved with difficult relationships.
Fellow Toastmaster, ladies and gentlemen, I am a married man with 2 children. My first son is 15 years old, and my second daughter, or second child, is 12 years old. Everybody said when I started married life never been easy. So I confess, married life is never been easy. I got a degree in engineering. I learned mathematics, physics, and speaking English. But I never got how to handle a difficult wife, how to handle a different sex, how to handle anything. So basically, in the first 5 years of married life, it's like a torture to me. I'm almost dead. I almost left nothing in myself, maybe just soul, which is direct to the heaven. But yes, I still see that being grateful for all of those down, 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 down is always a good way to move ahead. So a lot of friends ask me, those still singles, what do you think, Rendra? Is it married life is easy? I always say always and always, never easy. It's harder than being an engineer with a difficult boss. It's harder than you can, submerge in the sea, things like that. Because it's never been easy. But I would like to say to you, especially those who are single on earth, everyone does. They just go ahead and enjoy the journey. It is over. Get them, kick it out, and have fun. That's all. Thank you, bro.
All right. I'm married 5 years also. I can relate to that whole entire speech, minus the teenage kids. That'll come soon. But yeah, it is harder than anything I've ever done in my whole entire life. And yeah, it's women are crazy. Yeah, I said it. True. Said it. True. I don't take it back. I don't apologize. Facts. All right. Next topic. Our timer, Nancy. Do you want to go?
Yes.
All right.
Can someone replace me?
Yeah, we got that. Exploring cultural expressions of gratitude. Reflect on a specific cultural tradition or practice of gratitude, either from your own culture or another that you admire. How does it expand your understanding of expressing appreciation?
Ever since I was a child, my parents always told me as a child we should respect the elder one. So I got this, but I misunderstood this, this thing. So I thought like, okay, I'm the youngest, so whatever the elder said, I would follow. That's a good thing that we follow people who are older than us, because in our tradition, people who are older than us, they have more understanding. They have, they will guide us into a good one. We are younger, we still lack of knowledge, so we need the guidance from the elders. Well, It means then I said to myself, okay, whatever it is, I will follow the eldest one. That's a good thing, right? But then as I grow up, I also learned to realize that it doesn't always have to follow the eldest one. Sometimes the younger one, we also have the right to speak out our yes, to speak out the right things. When we are debating with the eldest one, sometimes the eldest one, they think that they are the right because they are old, but actually they are wrong. But they don't want to admit, they don't want to say that they are wrong. So what that I learned from these things, yeah, in my tradition, it is stated that we have to respect the eldest one. But on the other hand, I also learned that if the younger one is right, then we should follow the younger one, and it's not always be the eldest one. Back to you, Tom.
Awesome. And that is so true. And I like the fact that you mentioned respect. Because you mentioned earlier, you said follow, follow, follow. And then at the end, you said respect, right? In America, also, we are supposed to respect our elders. But follow, not always. For example, last week, my mom, she had kind of like the celebration of life for my grandma who passed away in July. And my grandma had two 90-year-old siblings because she was 96. So three 90-year-olds this year. It's kind of crazy. And my 90-year-old great uncle came to my mom's house as Midwestern, very far right Trump conservative. And my mom was complaining that, her husband works for the government. He's like, the rule is no politics at the house because it's so far and dividing. I'm like, Mom, you're glad I missed this opportunity to be there. Because me, I would try to initiate craziness with this old man. His ideals are so off beat. He's 92. If he's not saying racist, inappropriate things, something's wrong. Me, knowing that I had to respect my elder, but at the same time, I would like to have been there to instigate inappropriateness, would have been so much fun and probably would have ruined the celebration of life about my grandma, but it's probably good of the idea that I wasn't there. But yes, respect our elders, but most of the time, kind of out of touch, unless they're staying in touch. But good job, Nancy. All right. Do we have time for two more or just one more? One more? Okay. No. Where's she at? In our counter. Well, she is. Oh, Febriani, do you want to go?
Okay, I'm ready.
Awesome. Okay, last one. Okay, gratitude has a daily practice, challenges, and rewards. Have you tried to make gratitude a daily habit? Share insights about the challenges and rewards of such a practice and whether it has changed how you approach your day to day. So, what do you try to do each day to maybe show gratitude or just be thankful for something in your life?
Okay, so gratitude. For me, years back, I was this person who always missed being a gratitude person because I always see my friends on social media. Of course, especially I see their success, and I think people are more having a good life than me. Back then, I had an accident when I was in a college, and I have to delay my college for a year. So I graduated for 4 or 5 years, and I see my friends are graduated early and they got a job early. So that makes myself sometimes feeling butthurt about myself because those accidents. But then something changed from my mom because my mom always told me a story about the gratitude. She always remind me to be blessed in life. And of course, I know that her life is not easy. And from then, I promised to myself to be gratitude. And what I have to do is just in the morning when I wake up, I try to think about myself that I can breathe and I still feel the fresh air. I can have eyes to look out the vivid of the scenery, even if it's in my room. And of course, I always think about my families and friends who always support me the most, and about the social media and what people achieve. I always just think about myself, oh, maybe it's not, my parent is not come yet, and I have to wait. And actually, this habit gives me more gratitude feeling every day. And I believe that every bad luck, it has to be always, there is a blessing in disguise. So that's it.
All right.
Thank
Excellent.
you.
Great job. Yes. Every moment we have is a learning moment. We just hope whatever that bad thing that happened doesn't have bad and lasting consequences, even though it is a learning moment. And that's the idea. Social media, man, is one of those things where it'll get you into a hole by looking at other people's lives, right? We just take a snapshot and we post it. People think you are living a most amazing life. And 2 weeks ago, I was at my 20th high school reunion. And for the last, again, 9 years, I've been living in Bali. Anytime I take a snapshot at me at the beach drinking coffee or something, people are like, oh my God, you're living an amazing life. And I'm like, by the way, I am, but not what they think, not what's in their imagination. Right? It's really hard for even us living a really good opportunity, having a good job or whatever we're doing. And we see someone doing something fun for a split second, and we get a little jealous and we get a little down on ourselves. So we got to really stay focused in what we're doing to get our lives better and keep those little moments of gratitude kind of going each day. All right. So that is it for table topics. We don't have any more time. So thank you for all the speakers. And I'll leave you with this, though, before I ask the timer. These are challenging on purpose, right? I'd rather make it super challenging and then kind of make it easier to understand going down than give you something ridiculously easy. I want thought process. I want it to be difficult. Difficult and thought-provoking helps kind of create a little bit more imagination and enlighten your speeches a little bit. You felt that these are difficult, I don't care. I don't apologize. It's supposed to be. I'm a teacher, and I'm a mean teacher. Make the kids suffer. Good job, everybody. Timer, please tell us how we did on time.
Okay. Thank you, Table Topic Master. For all the speakers are eligible except Toastmaster Yvonne.
All right. Back to you, Tom.
Thank you so much, Table Topic Master Ben. Because the questions were so difficult, I was about to call him Table Topic Monster. But he was kind enough to simplify the questions for all of the speakers, and in the end, they were able to answer it. And I agree with you. We need to learn something every time we have a meeting, right? Either new ideas, new phrases, new vocabulary is always welcome. And thank you for giving us difficult questions so we go through that thought process of trying to understand what this means, things like that. Okay? Right. And also thank you for the timer for reporting on the time. The next session is evaluation session, and this evaluation session will be led by our GE, Sean Siba. Please take it away.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Yes, the very juicy evaluation session, and we go right into it. I would like to call upon the first evaluator for our first speaker intern. That is Rendra. Rendra, are you ready? Hello.
Okay, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters, it is me, Marindra Dika, aka Rendra, to evaluate Intan Rawit. Intan Rawit, bravo that you have achieved your objective of speech. Yes, I would like to say several things that it is already there positively within your speech. You open your speech with a very confident opening, a clear speech, a clear English, a positive vibes. It it takes all the audience attentions. Those are great. Then yes, you deeper into two things that I have noted really essential values within your speech. First, it be authentic and be yourself, and you explain it clearly, and then tell story and create engagement. You tell us clearly, yes, since I am also a social media activist, can I say that? Okay. I have several inputs to you to our you and I benefits to be growing. Of course, this item not be implemented well in my side, but I believe it is all make sense. First, it is not only be authentic and be yourself, but be stand out from the crowd. Be authentic, be yourself, somehow maybe easy, but being stand out from the crowd, I don't know, somehow it's not that easy. Second, we have to put questions 5WH in our content, so it will be a bait to the audience to respond. And lastly, Intan, it will be better if you present your social medias that you mentions in the screen, so everyone can see whether it on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and so on and so forth. Because if you show us what the social medias you are handling now, we will see clearly what are they and what did you do to make them present in the world of 2024. Lastly, we can also connect it with something that is trending. For example, you put a song APT, APT, APT. Okay, you know that APT songs, or you put a Die with a Smile song. You put those songs that already trending. It somehow will influence the audience to click it and see it and respond to your questions or respond anything that you present. That's all Intan Rawit. Let's go ahead with the future growth of social media journey. Intan Rawit. I close my statement.
Thank you, Rendra. Intan, you had what was this, in his own words, a social media activist to evaluate you. I don't know whether that was good or bad. He obviously is so much on social media, but I think that's a good thing. Yeah. So he added to your content, which was a good thing. There's one thing I'd just like to tell you to add to what well, for the very incisive evaluation that he gave you, I mean, he added so much more content, was that you were so good, you just need to work on a little bit on your vocal variety. Your hand gestures were so nice, very nice. So well done, Intan, on presenting your social media presence. I love that that thing you talk about, viral and being entertaining. Yeah, so true. Huh? Everything's entertainment right now. Yes, now we go on to our second speaker, Alicia, from Zero to Hero. And I'd like to invite Natalie to give her evaluation for Alicia.
Toastmasters Alicia Curtis, what an inspirational speech. Toastmaster Alicia here has demonstrated such a compelling human story that truly can be related with many of us. There were two connection points that I want to particularly highlight. The first one is the hero's journey. Ladies and gentlemen, Toastmaster Alicia depicted a hero's journey in which she shared her struggle that many of us could relate to, losing our job, losing our financial ability, finding meaning of life. And in addition to that, she also showcased her ability to overcome the struggles and arrive at the point where she is right now. So hero's journey is very important because it helps us as the audience to connect with the speaker in multifaceted ways. The second thing that I would like to commend her on is the personal story. I love how Toastmaster Alicia used her personal story. It was authentic and it was also compelling. And I also would like to appreciate her bravery in sharing vulnerable stories, such as the stories of her disability and her personal struggles that many of us, it's not easy to open up. So I really appreciate that. That was authentic and also brave. I would like to offer two things to Alicia that I believe can improve and strengthen the connection with the audience in this speech. The first one is to refine the message. I noticed that throughout the entire speech, there was like a red thread that tried to connect all the points together, but it was not verbally expressed. So I believe that once you verbalize the message is like the backbone of the speech. It's the takeaway point that each one of us can remember. So when we as the audience listen to the message, we can immediately recall it. So my suggestion is to really connect the message at different points of your speech, such as when you're struggling, you can say, I felt like a zero. And then when you have overcome it, you say, I feel like a hero. And at the end, you can really push forward the message and saying, now I feel like a hero. Don't be zero, be the hero. It will be much more full circle when you have laid down the bricks before going at the end. The second thing I would like to suggest is to have a stronger closing. I noticed that your closing was kind of like summarizing the events of your life, and that take away some time. So my suggestion, in inspirational speech or storytelling, we usually reinforce the message or lesson learned at the end. So instead of summarizing the events, I would suggest that you say, ladies and gentlemen, if you are zero now, with decision and determination, someday you can be the hero of your own story. Overall, it was an inspirational story. I love the personal story and hero's journey. Two suggestions, just the closing and message, and I believe your speech can relate more with the audience. Back to you, G.
Thank you, Natalie. That's like, a champion evaluator evaluating a champion speaker. Very comprehensive. I may not totally agree with some of what Natalie said because I thought Alicia did a pretty good job on the opening and the conclusion with questions that actually engage the audience. So yes, there are many ways for conclusions, and Natalie has her idea and I have mine. So what I really liked, Alicia, I want to say that Yudli is really helping you. You've toned down and your pacing is so much better. I mean, it's really slower and really nice. Yes. So that's it. A good evaluation and a good speech as well. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a hand for both the speakers and both the evaluators. Really good speeches and evaluations. Yeah. So now I'd like to come to our supporting evaluations. Firstly, I'd like to call our grammarian, someone whom I saw yesterday at CAB. Pak Yusuf, yes, please give your grammarian's report.
Yes, I saw you yesterday with Jay. Ladies and gentlemen, let me report on what I found in the grammarian. First, I will start with the good phrases and words. I like the word saying reflecting on gratitude, and from hero to zero, turning the table around. Overcome challenges, I'm really grateful. Don't focus on your lackness, focus on what you have. The last one is out of the blue. Those are maybe some other sentences or phrases are really good too. Now, something to be improved. I would like all of you to unmute and then say which one is the right one. Thank you. Can you unmute, please? Now, starting with the preposition. Somebody said, in the other hand. What should it be?
On the
On
other.
the other
On the other hand. Next, still the preposition. I graduated for 5 years.
It's I have graduated 4 or 5 years ago.
I graduated in 5 years.
I graduated in 5 years, not 4. No, there is something missing, to be or whatever. The number of student getting. What should it be? The number of student.
Number of students.
Number of the
The
students.
number of students who
Number of the
have
students
are
getting.
getting.
What should it be? In the middle?
Got,
who
got
have
or
gotten big.
Or is getting.
Is it past or present tense? Because it depends on the tense.
Right.
that-
It depends on the tense.
gets fewer and fewer.
My friend one who already become.
My friend who has become.
Who has become or who has already become, right?
My friend who became.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me being a lecturer.
Being a lecturer.
Being a lecturer. A lecturer is a noun, not a person, right?
Mm.
Now this is most of the Indonesian missing the word as. I have to contend. I have to contend.
To be contented. What's
No, I think the
content?
word content.
Is it content
Content.
T or
Content.
contend?
Content.
With a D
Feeling
or a T?
contented. Contented.
2 pieces of content.
I have to be
Yes.
content.
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 Also make sure with the T and the
Somebody
D.
said, first few years of my marriage, I am almost dead.
I almost
I almost died.
Almost died.
I almost died.
No,
I
I was still want to use the word dead. For the
Okay.
Thankfully,
first
almost
year,
died, not almost alive.
I
Experience.
am almost dead.
I almost
I
died.
was
It's
almost.
past tense. It's I almost
Yeah.
died.
The last
I
one,
was almost dead or I almost died.
I almost died. Yeah. I will follow the eldest one.
I will follow what the elders want.
I will follow
I will follow the elders.
the elder one. Thank you very much. That's what I can report. Back to you, Chi.
Thank you, Pak Yusof, for a very engaging grammarian report. This is one of the first times I've actually seen people, all of us engaging in a grammarian report. That's very nicely done. And I think it's also very apt because most of us are coming from communities that do not have English as a first language. So it's helping as well for all of us here. Thank you, Pak Yusof.
Thank
Yeah.
you very much.
Yeah, now we come to the R Counters report. I'd like to welcome Fabriani to give your report.
Okay, thank you. I will show my report. Okay, and this is my counter report. So first, congratulations to Toastmaster Brand, Toastmaster Rendra, Toastmaster Toastmaster Yusuf, and also visiting Toastmaster Salman Makbul for using no filler words and also repeating words. And for the others, we have several filler words, and the most filler words that is used is and are here. And also I counted for word of the day, and it is mentioned by Toastmaster Natalie in introducing word of the day, and also Toastmaster Sharm Sifa on his speech in table topic. The sentence is, Japanese friend graciously told me something. So that's all my report. I hope that everyone can evaluate from this report for tracking their speech in filler and also repeating words. Thank you. Back to the GE.
Thank you, Fabriani, for your comprehensive report. I'd just like to make a minor correction. Actually, that was not, because it's showing as me when we use the same screen, same device for two people. It was actually Jay who said that. Oh, yeah. Anyway, well done, Fabriani. Yes, now I'd like to invite the timer, Nancy, to please give the rest of her report.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and guests. For the timer report, the last one is in the evaluation section. Both of the speakers are eligible. And well, that is marked as the end of my report. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Nancy, for giving a very good timers report throughout the meeting. Yes, I think you can vote right now. Am I correct? Yes. Go ahead and vote. We'll give you a minute, I guess. Are we done?
Yes, I just need the two co-hosts to personal private message me. Thank you very much. And yes, you can carry on, Madam G.
Thank you, Natalie. So yes, I think it's time for me to give my brief report. Okay. The thing I learned is never to like or love a poster on social media. I mean, sorry, in the WhatsApp group of District 87, because when you do that, someone like Natalie will come and ask you to join the meeting. No, thank you, Natalie, for that invitation. Is this one of my favorite topics, actually, gratitude, and that the fact that Melody Beatty, one of my favorite poems, was quoted, just did it for me. So thank you so much. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've had a very good meeting. What I liked is from the beginning, everyone in the club or whoever was online, from the President Ben and Natalie, and everyone else were very welcoming and warm, which I think is a very important factor for all good meetings. When the start is really warm and welcoming to whoever comes online. That was very nicely done. The thing I liked is the energy that was displayed by all major role players, right from the start, the Sergeant at Arms, and with the President, and with the the Toastmaster of the meeting, as well as the other role players. There was consistency in high energy, and very fluent in the flow, I would say, very consistent, shall I say, very good English used throughout the meeting, even though English is, as I said, not actually our first language. Very nicely done. So I have to commend the club on this very well done, well presented meeting today. The president, he gave a very short and sweet introduction, and I always feel that presidents should be motivational in their opening speech. But what Ben did today was he wasn't so much into motivation in the beginning, but during his role as table topics master, he did a wonderful job segueing between the speakers and being motivational and adding on to whatever the speakers did in a very nice way with some little narrative. It was very entertaining as well with his own Ben style. What you see is what you get. So that was really well done. for both the president's role and the table topics master role, Ben. Then Pipit as Toastmaster of the meeting. Very nice, very natural, very conversational. I like your authentic style in presenting as a Toastmaster of the meeting. You speak well, and you have a very nice way of adapting to any sudden changes during the meeting. You know, you don't show any too much of anxiety or panic attacks when something didn't go. So well done on that, Pipit, and well done for as well as keeping the flow throughout the meeting. So I've already talked about table topics master. The role players, the grammarian, of course, I've said, as Pak Yusuf has done well. Febriani has done well in the counted presentation of the PowerPoint to show us very clearly. And of course, Timer and Nancy throughout the meeting, very well done. Let me shout anybody else. Everyone did a really good job. I mean, they really were serious about their role and they showed it. Now, I like the evaluators as well. We have, I think, guest evaluators as well as, I'm not sure if Rendra is a member of this club. You know, he is. All right. So very good evaluations as well. And it's good that you invited some Toastmasters from outside of your club. Overall, I would grade this meeting as something that was a very, very good meeting. Congratulations. I love the theme, gratitude, of course. And oh yeah, I forgot Ben's introduction of the lyric monologue, if I got that right. Something very interesting, and kudos to you for trying to introduce something different to meetings, because I personally have found that, you know, we have to change something. You know, I think it was Albert Einstein who said, if you keep doing what you did, that's a sign of insanity and expect different results, right? So I think Toastmasters all over, Toastmasters clubs, the good thing is to do something different once in a while, and that's going to keep the meetings and also your members entertained and engaged. So kudos to you, Bhinneka Toastmasters. Wonderful job for doing a very good job. Natalie as Zoom Master, and also whoever did the agenda and also the posters. Good job overall. So congratulations, Bhinneka. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Yes, thank you so much, Charm, for your evaluations. Very thorough, and the feedback was very useful. Thank you for your commendation, of course, as well, with the uplifting faces and also useful feedback for all of us. Thank you so much. I see our ballot counter is ready with the presentation. So please take it away, our ballot counter now, Natalie.
You can present it, Pipit.
Oh, one more thing. I just forgot to say that your opening video was very, very good. Sorry, I forgot. That's really important. Well done on that.
Yeah, we are famous for that. Thank you for noticing as well. Okay, so Natalie, it's better for you to announce because I don't know who was that.
No problem. If Rendra can help take a photo for the winner, Rendra.
I can take a photo.
Yeah, of course, I can do that.
Rendra, okay, go ahead.
All right, Rendra. All right, ladies and gentlemen, your favorite moment of today's meeting is the Hall of Fame. So first up, we're gonna announce the best speaker by default. Toastmaster Intan Rawisapanti.
Yay, wait, where's Intan? Intan is okay. Let me pin you. Okay, cool. Wait a moment. Okay. Wait. Okay, see. 3, 2, 1. Yay. Let me pause it somewhere. Wait a minute.
So there you go, Intan. You have another content for your social media.
Oh.
Yay. Mamma mia.
Are you ready?
Okay, next.
Okay. The next one is the best table topic speaker. He won by landslide. Congratulations, Toastmaster Jai Narayan.
Hey, hello, Jai. Jai, you are winning, Jai.
Really?
Okay, now.
Landslide, really?
Wait.
I find it hard to believe landslide.
Yeah.
Sorry.
3 and 2 and 1. Yeah, cool.
Congratulations, Jai. Awesome. Always
Thank you.
Thank you. We will share the photo through the WhatsApp. Last but not least, the best evaluator, it's me, but I can assure you this is 100% accountable.
Yay! Congratulations, Nat. Wait a minute. I would like to take photos of you. Wait. I have to unpin J first. Okay. Pin Nat. Wait, Nat. Okay. Okay, cool. 3, 2, 1. Superb, Nat. I'm done.
Very much. I'm also done. I'll give it back to our Tom, Pipit.
Thank you so much for the presentation, Natalie. I know that you were what is the word for it? Accountable. Yeah, it's not accountable. I'm sure the voting was accurate. Okay, let's put it that way. Okay. So the next one is wait. My niece is talking to me. Wait, yeah. Okay. The next one is okay. Closing by club officer. Okay. So do we need closing? All right. So I would like to thank you so much everyone for coming today, and then I would like to give our president a chance to close the meeting. Right. So please welcome one more time, Ben, the president.
All right. We have 14 minutes. We're not going to go over that at all. All right. First, I want to thank everyone and all the role takers that came from other clubs and even guests for coming in. I want to get some insight from some of you. Toastmaster Solomon, are you still there?
Yes, Ben.
You want to give us a quick little feedback of what you thought of this meeting today?
Thank you very much, Ben, for having me in today's meeting as well. As they say, seeing is believing. Today I witnessed a wonderful meeting, a synergy between all members. All the segments were done fantastically. I enjoyed thoroughly the whole meeting. And I can't wait to see you all in the next meeting. Thank you very much.
I appreciate that very much. And Veronica, our guest, what did you think about your second time here, I believe?
I don't think this is my second time, probably the fourth time.
Or fourth time?
Right, Natalie? Yeah. Yeah, so as usual, the Toastmasters meeting, always interesting, especially the table topics questions. Feel like I'm in a Miss Universe contest or something. Yeah, because of the questions. Yeah, I would like to join again next time. Yeah, I hope I can spend time.
All I heard is you want to join the club. That's what I heard. Okay. We really appreciate that. But thank you very much for coming and contributing as well. It's always welcome. And the questions will get harder.
Oh.
If I'm in control. All right. So we did hear from our GE, but her other half, Jai, another chance of you gracing us with your presence. What did you think about this one?
Well, firstly, I thank you, Mr. President, for speaking out that Katy Perry song, which I may have heard 100 times. I've never really followed what she was singing. And melt your popsicles is only left to one's imagination, I believe. All right. Now, in India, we just finished celebrating the festival of lights known as Diwali. Some of you may have heard the name Diwali. And we had so much fireworks for 3 days and 3 nights. And I believe that your meeting today helped end my weekend with a bang. What can I tell to your club? Just be Bhinneka. Back to you, Mr. President.
So hot, we'll melt your popsicle. Thank you very much. All right. And one more, Toastmaster Yvonne, one more. I know you come here quite often, but we'd like to hear your feedback.
Thank you. It's really lovely attending such very energetic meeting. And thank you for having me. Yes, a very enjoyable meeting. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. And I lied. Not one more. Febriani, this is your first time with our club coming here?
Yes, this is my first time.
What did you think?
Well, I think it's a really wonderful time joining your club, especially I also conducted as a role taker here. And also, I was really surprised when you put a lyric song because this is my first time in Toastmaster. Actually, there is something like icebreaker that is really entertaining. It's formal, but also we can have fun with it. It's really wonderful for me, from my
Thank
experience.
you. I appreciate that. And I'm glad you had a good time. Hopefully you can come back. And again, this idea with the song came from a drama class where I was a junior in introduction to drama in high school. And that was one of our roles. We had to take a song and then had to present it. And I picked a rap song that was really popular back then. And I did a terrible job because I was presenting it and I wasn't supposed to laugh, but everyone else was laughing and I couldn't hold myself because it's so ridiculous. But again, you learn how to control your emotions and how to present words and let the audience have fun. And then you kind of just stay in the character. It's a good way to kind of have that kind of control when you're giving a speeches and you're giving a speech a million times and you're trying to be sad. And it's like, the more you try to be sad, it's harder to be real about it. These kind of exercises really help you practice. But we want to introduce stand-up comedy. Again, like I said, if you got like close-up magic that you could do on camera, it's something for 5 minutes that you could do to present it. And hopefully in the future, it's not just me, but you could do it at other clubs as well. And I believe it was Empire Toastmasters that does the stand-up comedy where I got this inspiration to do this. So give it to them. All right. Our next meeting is on the 17th. Same bat time, same bat channel. I believe Natalie and I, right?
Yes, we
all right, good.
close officially first, and then we'll do the roll call.
Yeah. So Natalie and I are not going to be there, so we'll figure out some roles here in a moment. I think we're all good, right? So everything else, thank you again for showing up. We really appreciate your presence. What did you say, Natalie? Roll call after I close the meeting. All right, meeting closed 9 minutes early. All members stay here for a couple seconds.
Bye, everybody. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye all.
Thank you.
Have a good week.
Thank you, Jai. Thank you,
Bye
Sean.
bye
Have a
everyone.
pleasure. Thank you.
We
Everyone.
love the meeting.
Thank you,
Love the meeting. Thank you all.
Bye-bye.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Members, don't go.
Mirandra left. Okay. Pippin, do you want to do something next week and then